Hi folks, today's November 4th, Wednesday, day after Election Day 2020. It has been a roller coaster ride over the past 24 hours. So many people use their, civic privilege to vote, and we are seeing unprecedented numbers. They are still counting the ballots in many places, but it looks like a path to the White House is in Biden's favor. So what does that mean for us? That means Trump lost. I don't think he's going to go down easy. He's already threatening all sorts of lawsuits and everything. I think the biggest problem with this election is that the Republicans kept the Senate. We know that Mitch McConnell has been the thorn in the side to many Americans who have not received stimulus. Evictions are going crazy. The housing market is going to crash. And Mitch McConnell and a lot of his people that were reelected want no stimulus or very little stimulus. They want a skinny bill that won't reach the people that need it. It will bail out the airlines. It'll bail out big companies, but it won't trickle down to you or I. I mean, people are desperate in this country. Everything is coming to a head here on December 31st, and that's student loans, eviction moratoriums, unemployment. People are desperate. There are 20 million people in the country unemployed, without work. I don't think the vast majority of voters really knew what they were voting for. I really think that most of America is quite ignorant. I mean, let's face it, they say that most white men voted for Trump because they see him as a macho man. Really? Is that what makes a president? A macho man? I mean, they don't understand that the economy is reliant on stimulus. They don't understand that, COVID numbers are increasing and businesses are losing more money and winter's coming and things are going to get worse before they get better. They don't see the millions of people who are facing eviction. They don't see the mother and child wondering where they're going to get food next week or even today. The vast majority of Americans are morons. I truly believe that. People don't recognize that in order to have a good economy, you have to have more stimulus. You need this to keep going with this Ponzi scheme. I mean, Powell is probably cringing in his seats. He knows that the Fed needs to print more money. Maybe this was a plan all along, right? Put a Democratic president in and keep a Republican Senate, and when the whole economy crashes, they blame it on the president. But it has nothing to do with the president. It has everything to do with the Senate. Let's face it, Mitch McConnell and crew have over 400 bills that they have not even looked at, that they have decided not to progress. Let's face it, if something happens to one of these Supreme Court people in February, he'll probably stall for 4 years before putting in Biden's choice. There has been so much division because of Mitch McConnell and his crew. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I can see both sides of the story, but I know people are hurting. And I know in an effort to keep this economy or this Ponzi scheme going, they need more stimulus. And it's not a skinny package. It's relief for the American people. People are desperate. There are no new jobs coming back. And with COVID raging all around the world, I mean, look at Belgium, a little tiny country, overwhelmed. They say that they're 2 weeks ahead of us. We had record-breaking COVID, 1,100 deaths on Election Day. No one's talking about that. No one's talking about the need to curb this virus or to get it under some control or have some unity in this country. I know personally that the Republican senators hated Donald Trump. They hated him. They hated working with him. They hated that he bullied them. I know for a fact that I know personally through some military folks that some of the high-ranking Republican senators hated him. They couldn't wait for his ass to get voted out in this election. And well, some of the GOP senators got their wish. And maybe a lot more than we think. Donald Trump was never a Republican. He was a nothing. He wasn't a Democrat. He wasn't a Republican. Donald Trump was out for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, Republicans are fiscal hawks. They're conservative people. Donald Trump spent money like there was no tomorrow. He was not a Republican president. Just used that label to promote his message. Folks, we're going to be in for a stalemate with the House still Democratic, the Senate red, and it looks like the presidency's going to go blue. But like I said before, it doesn't matter who the president is. It's all about the Senate, and America lost.